How are we doing all? Welcome to the Muck and Brass podcast with me, Chris Addis. So today, Phil Rogan can't join us today. He's a wee bit busy. I just wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about networking and building your business through relationships with other people. So there is a saying that goes around a fair bit, which is, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And there are, in some respects, it's 100% true. But it's usually said from the point of view of envy and jealousy. It's not taken for what it truly means, which is ultimately, you know, you are leveraging the knowledge of others. You are sharing their knowledge, but you're also interacting into their network. If you build a relationship and you build trust with people, then they are more likely to do business with you. It goes back to the old sort of public school thing, if you like. And there's a bit of a working class sort of snobbery, if you like, against that sort of behaviour of networking and stuff like that, because it's usually seen by people from certain sections of society that you should, you know, your work should be a direct result of your efforts. And there's a bit of a turn your nose up at the idea of utilising others to succeed. So I just wanted to sort of expose that a little bit, dive a little bit more into that. So I am a member of a business network, and it's all about liking and trusting someone. And I've noticed since I've been networking for a number of years, but I've certainly noticed, you know, pretty early on how powerful it can be in exposing what you do to a wider audience, because it's not just about the people that you know, it's about the people, you know, within that network sharing their experiences of you, and potentially pushing you onto a bigger audience. So the network that I'm a part of is called the Business Breakfast, and it basically involves a breakfast every Wednesday morning, and we get together and we sort of explain to each other. You have to do stand up and do your 1 minute, and you have to explain what it is you're looking for that week. So for example, it could be something as simple as I'm looking for an introduction into this company. I'm looking for an introduction to a facilities manager based here. It could be someone specific, you know, or it could be a general inquiry. Like I want to get to build a relationship with, you know, Marks and Spencer's, let's say. And here's the thing is, if you, especially as, you know, from my background, window cleaning, if you turn up at a shop, a big supermarket chain, or a big corporate building with the bucket and squeegee and say, you want me to do your windows, mate? It's not going to have the same leverage or effect if you are recommended into that business through a connection in your network, okay? It goes back to what we spoke about in the past, which is social proof. So in other words, if another company or another person who has a really, really good standing and reputation within that organisation suddenly sticks their hand up and says, "Oh, if you need X, Y, if you need this, Chris is your guy. He's really reliable. You might want to give him a call, right?" And again, there's no obligation on the part of the person, you know, being presented with information to sort of act on it. It's more of a case of they're more likely to act on it purely because of the relationship they've built up with that person. And all I'm doing is leveraging that relationship in the same way that you leverage knowledge from others. You know, social media has got people thinking, you know, the self-made, you know, sort of ideology. It doesn't hold too much water for me. We are all the product of the experiences and the people that we interact with on a daily basis. So the idea that, you know, someone can go from completely nothing to being a multimillionaire, you know, without actually having any interactions or relationship with others is just a myth. And I think it does keep a lot of people out of succeeding, and it limits your potential if you think like that, because all of a sudden you're not looking at the power that other people, that interacting with other people can give you. You're focusing purely on yourself, and there are limits to what you can achieve on your own. So what I would suggest to anybody looking to grow or scale a business is you need to start looking outwards rather than looking inwards. There are a number of things you can do on your own to grow, but I would always say if you are looking to grow your business, you need to grow the awareness of your business, and the easiest way of doing that is to get other people to help you with it. You get out what you put in this game.